Hi, my name is Victoria and I'm here with another reading log for the Orbis Pictus Award, and I was able to get the 2015 winner, the family Romanov, Murder, Rebellion, and the Fall of Imperial Russia. This book was written by Cadence Fleming. It's an informational book, it's a nonfiction, it's more about, or you could kind of call it biographical, but not fully in the sense it covers the lives of many individuals. It starts when the Tsar Nicholas II is just 13 and watches his grandfather become assassinated, and it ends to the point of, well, it even mentions, like, as of writing this book, the imperial family is not all together yet. So, it covers Nicholas's life from that moment of when he turned 13 to the point of his death in July of 1918. But this would be that genre of a chapter book, of an intense chapter book of informational nonfiction. The appropriate ages recommended was 14 and up. It's very, towards the end, some of the death scenes were a little graphic. Other than that, it's very appropriate for children, but at the same time it's hard to understand and it's hard to grasp. The peasants, the working class, are starving. There's no work. They are running out of hope and ideas. On the brink of World War I, they're led into war with no equipment. They're not adequately prepared to anything, but the Tsar is just unaware and doesn't accept the fact that Russia will lose. His going into war speech was along the lines of, "I would rather die than see Russia surrender." So knowing the outcome of this book, my heart was very sad reading it the whole time, just going, how could you think that? But so is history. Looking back at it 100 years now, that's what we can say, versus when you're in that time and in that moment what you're going through. So there's many different characters throughout this book, and if you study the family of Romanov, you know some of the characters are still the same, but the main ones that I focused on was the Emperor, the Tsar Nicholas II, his wife, the Empress Alexandra, their daughters, Olga, Tatiana, Maria, Anastasia, and the future Tsar, Alexei. The Empress Alexandra is actually the great-granddaughter of Queen Victoria, and that my name is Victoria, and so I studied a lot about Queen Victoria, and that part intrigued me as well. The Empress' mother dies at a young age, and so Queen Victoria helps raises her to become a strong and independent, domineering woman that tends to help out her husband, who is more weak in nature, to the point where his father didn't even train him to become the Tsar because he just thought his son was too feminine to be a Tsar. So he never trained his son on how to be a Tsar, which that sounds like the start of it all. Anyway, some other notable characters would include Rasputin. He's a very creepy individual who self-proclaimed himself a minister and a work of the arts and spirits. He dwindled his way into the royal family and had to be taken care of. There's the doctors that helped Alexei with his blood disease that they tried to keep hidden. I didn't realize that they tried to keep that hidden, and so no one knew why he was, besides the immediate family, no one knew why he was so sick or why they never saw him. My activity I chose for this book is a bit more related to older students, and it's written for older students, of discussing how these problems that arose could have been solved sooner, and what solutions could they come up with to help Russia before they got to this point of Russia. Anyway, this is my review, my reading log for the Orbis Pictus Award 2015 winner, the family Romanov, Murder, Rebellion, and the Fall of the Roman Empire.